So, hello there, Francesco. This is a live version. So, I'm actually streaming this live onto a Facebook group while doing this feedback. So, it's a little bit more exciting for me to do the feedback. It's late at night, sitting at home and working, so I thought, why not just showcase it live at the same time? So, this is a bit exciting for me as well. It'll be put up on YouTube afterwards as well, so you can watch it there. But thank you for submitting your portfolio. You are writing in your mail that you're an aspiring concept artist from Italy and you've discovered us and that you would like some feedback, of course. You're mainly interested in characters and creatures and environments, but you're still trying to figure out what way to go. So I should maybe recommend as the first thing is to really try to figure out what you want. Looking at your portfolio, let's just make a little copy here. Put it in here. I would say that there are like maybe two distinct categories that portfolios could go into. That being characters and environment. Bad handwriting. Choose one of the two, either characters or environments. You say you're still trying to figure out which one where you want to go with this, but I would say try to choose something. I see that you have some really good skills already, so I would just say that try to choose an area and focus on. You might really enjoy doing characters, or you might really enjoy doing environment. Find out what you're most prone to do, and then decide on that. Because for us as a studio, we are usually either looking for a character or an environment artist. It's rare to have somebody who can, without any lack of skills, bridge the two disciplines. So, if you think of it like if you have a bucket of skill, like it's filled like this. If you put it in a tall, short glass, your skills would be quite high, but if you put it in a long, broad glass, your skill would be like this. So it's either the specialist or the generalist. So it's either you focus on deep expertise and area in one area, and it's that one thing you do, or you focus on broadening your skill sets, but then you can never go into the same amount of depth as you would if you take one. So that's my first thing I can say when I look at it. Looking at your stuff, it looks much like you're enjoying characters. So maybe the recommendation should be that you go with characters as your go-to. I think that would be quite the thing for you. I mean, it looks like you enjoy characters quite a lot. So let's just look at some characters and then a couple of environments, and let's see if I can say anything clever to that. Okay, so jumping right at me. So you have this project, and I really like that you set up things like projects, because I mean that is really nice. When you work in a studio, you always work on a project, you work from a brief, you work from like the client will give you, this is a brief. It's a script or treatment, storyboard, whatever. You need to put in some thoughts. So you need to put in a lot of brain work. This is a brain. And ideas. Oop. Really bad with light bulbs, I know. And then you have to output at the other end. So you need to convert that thing that is first written as letters into images over here. So I like to see that you can actually take text, ideas, script, progression, mood, and all these stuff, and then set it up like a project. So that is really, really cool. Thumbs up to that. That said, I'm not completely sure what the story is about. I get a good idea of it, but let's just go with maybe some feedback on some of the characters. So this sheet here, I feel that this is much stronger than this sheet up here. The pose for this character is really awkward. It's an awkward stance that he's standing in. It looks like you should have spent more time trying to figure out a relaxed pose for him. So let me just see what we can do. So first of all, this character here, the setting, you have a story, you have everything. That means that you've also figured out who this character is. Now, who is he? I mean, to me, he looks casual, relaxed. You can start to put these words on him. How would a casual, relaxed person stand? I would guess that he stands a little bit more asymmetrical. So why not, when you are making a call-out sheet like this, put him in the pose of the character so that he already gets some personality. I think that would really strengthen this, so that you put a little bit of asymmetry in on him. Something like this. Because and then, who is he? This probably says somewhere. Somewhere. But give him a prop. Maybe if he's a engineer kind of type, maybe he has a screen that he's holding on to that does something. And then again, that sort of informs a little bit more story. Like, who is he again? Maybe he's like this drone operator of this thing. Then that could be the story of this piece of equipment here. So you have a lot of opportunities to put in some story on this image here. So just go for it, and go nuts. I'll try not to embarrass myself doing characters too much more. I hope the point comes comes through here. So just the asymmetry, I think, would be quite nice. Maybe look a little bit to one side would also be nice. Not totally symmetrical would be nice. Just a little bit off would be nice, I guess. Otherwise it just looks very static and dead. Like if you put a center line here, it looks very, very straight, spot on. Like this. So yeah, something like that. And if you are gonna make alternations, maybe when you look at this, let me just, oops, not save. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to select the gray outside. Let's see if I can do it with magic wand without destroying too much. This should be fine. Just get this. So right now you have 3 variations, which is mainly 3 variations of the same silhouette. That's what I'm trying to go at here. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you look at this silhouette here, just destroy everything else I did around. So if you look at this silhouette, it's the same here and the same here. Maybe it would be nice to break the silhouette up. Give him, if it's different variation, he has maybe a scanner on one of this, just to break up the silhouette. He has something here. He's holding a backpack or something, suitcase of some sort here. Just something to break up the silhouette, just so that we get a little bit more variation. This here, I don't know, he has some sort of big fly suit on the back. And some more skinny legs, like this. And the last, it could be, I don't know, something big antenna, hammer, whatever. Just something you can, as you can see here now, but at least make them white, I guess. So you can see here that the portfolio piece would stand out with a bit more variety, as you're already doing here. You give some variety, but it's mainly within the silhouette. What I'm trying here is to give variety, but to break the silhouette. Let me just make it more clear, like this. So hopefully that could be a way to try to work with your characters to make them more unique, each of them. Again, I'm definitely not a character artist, so this is just me trying to do my best, the best I can do with the characters, because a long time ago I specialized in environment, and that's definitely the lane I've been going down, and I've been not looking at characters for a long time. So hopefully this is helpful as well. So let me just dive into one of your environments so that at least I can say something where I'm a little bit more secure of what I'm saying. So sketches of a building on a rock. Okay, so I can always beat a dead horse here. This one should be. Oh, I wouldn't want to delete everything. Just close it down. Okay, so let's look at this piece here. It's quite nice. It has some good matte paint feeling to it. But I have absolutely no clue who lives there. So what is the purpose of this building? Like, what do we do in this building? Is it good? Is it bad? I mean, it looks bad. It has this really bad spike to it. But at the same time, you have this very calm balance. You have this very calm balance to your image. It doesn't look frightening to me. It looks very, very calm sea and everything. But then you're giving me all these jagged edges. Like why is it so jagged? What is going on in here? So I have no clue exactly what the purpose of this. And the purpose of this building could easily be stated. I mean, if this is a luxury villa, okay. Maybe we could actually, I don't know, down here, extend the house a little bit down. Maybe there's a little port with a really nice luxurious yacht, like a really luxury boat to it. So maybe that's his thing, this person. So like a really, really expensive boat. Maybe we need some, I don't know, as a more like livable quarters, so it doesn't look so industrial. So more like smaller rooms with smaller windows, and maybe just break up this really jagged because it looks a little bit off, very industrial. I would break it a little bit less like evil like that. If it's not evil, then I would go a little bit less evil on it. And then maybe up here we have let me just try to get this. Maybe up here you have this round room where this person, whoever that is, lives up here and have a view. So this is not the best design ever in the world, because the good designs come with iteration, and I would have to sit down and really make a plan of what I want to do with something like this before I can just fling out a good design. And a lot of the stuff I do with, I can just showcase you maybe something like this. Like, so we did this project on the side of regular work where we just wanted to give like a tribute to Metro Exodus. So we made our own little Metro Exodus game. But in the beginning we made this mirror board, which is like this online tool to collaborate. So I collaborated with our game designer to do this game. So this is all the reference that we gathered, or some of the reference actually. I think the board was bigger. So for one image, this image that we made at the end. So we gathered all this reference just to be able to know what's going on in that one image. So that one image ended up looking something like this. So something like this, but it was all based on a ton of references. Text and text and text and reference and reference and reference. Really trying to figure out what's going on here, because it has a big story to it, this piece of machinery. So we really tried to delve into that. And for me right now, I don't get the story for this. I'm sorry. So try to figure out what is the story, who lives there, what is their purpose, is it good, is it bad? If it's not cynical, then what is it? I would flatten this out to make it less evil looking and a little bit more peaceful and tranquil looking. Maybe not that big because it looks like, I don't know, a spaceship crashed or something. But hopefully the point comes through. So give it a purpose, give it a sense of what's going on, because that's definitely something that will benefit you. And then look at maybe like architectural villages, villas, and then try to figure out what makes them tick. What is the thing that is the function and the beauty of it, because that's what architecture is about. It's to combine functionality with aesthetics. So yeah, I would definitely try to go with that. Figure out what it is, and then go with something. I mean, if you want to go more like it's a evil layer, then it looks of course a little bit cartoony, but I mean, we could go with that to spike the whole thing up. But then maybe the foreground could also be a little bit more like pointy rocks here in the foreground, also to really like some more aggressive shapes here also in the front. Maybe some lava rocks, like fresh lava has this very jagged edge. So you could definitely find some images of lava that can give you this very, very rough, raw expression. And then maybe the setting is not like you have this very nice sunset. You could definitely make an overcast day, more aggressive lighting. Maybe break this up also in here. I don't know, make some sort of pointy stuff to it as well. You could definitely, if you want to make it more aggressive, more pointy. So everything is more pointy. And I would just turn these around also. So everything points outwards. So it's like it's a porcupine kind of design to it. Something like this. And then I would go with smaller, heavy top to it. And then of course not have these symmetrical, but one above the other or something like that. So that's a way to enhance the shape language in that direction, is to emphasize it by repeating this shape all over the landscape. Wherever you can find ways to do it, you can enhance the landscape by adding spikes all over the place. So I mean, that's definitely one way to go. So evil and peaceful. So you can see peaceful. I try to eliminate a lot of the pointiness. So I try to go with more peaceful, calm shapes. And for the evil, I went with more spiky shapes. So figure out what's going on in this house and you'll definitely be on your way. So I think overall, I mean, you're doing quite okay. So I would, as I said in the beginning, I would really try, if I was you, to figure this thing out. Give yourself the advantage by figuring out where you're going with this. Because if you can specialize before generalize, then you have so much more time to really go for that thing that you want and then make yourself into a champion in that field that you want. So definitely go with that, and then hope this was helpful. Again, characters is not my strong focus, but I really, really hope that there was some value in it there for you. So best of luck for you, Francesco, and hope to see you again at some point when you level up or when you got that job. So feel free to write again. Okay, cool. See you.